3 minutes before market close, Jake was up his daily target on his funded FTMO account. Clean trades, solid risk management, perfect day in the books. He should have closed his platform and walked away. Instead, he saw British pound setting up for what looked like an easy scalp. Just one more, he thought. I'm running hot today. That one more trade wiped out his daily profits and added a violation. The next day, he was back to repeating challenges. Here's what nobody tells you about prop trading. The market doesn't kill funded accounts. Greed does. Not the obvious greed of risking too much or chasing losses. The subtle greed that disguises itself as confidence, opportunity recognition, and maximizing your edge. Every prop trader faces this psychological demon, yet most never even realize it's hunting them until their account gets reset. What I'm about to reveal will show you exactly how greed operates in the shadows of every profitable trading day, waiting to transform your biggest wins into your most expensive lessons. The trap: greed hijacks your daily profit targets by making them feel like minimums instead of maximums. You set out to make your daily goal and stop, yet the moment you hit it, greed reframes it as just the starting point. Hit your target early and suddenly you have extra time to make even more. Reach your goal through one good trade, and greed whispers that you're running hot and should press the advantage. Your profit target transforms from a finish line into a checkpoint. Prop firms give you daily targets for psychological protection, yet most traders treat them as challenges to exceed rather than limits to respect. You make your daily number by lunch and start calculating how much you could make if you kept trading until market close. The target that was designed to protect you from overtrading becomes the catalyst for overtrading. Your discipline gets hijacked by the illusion that more trading time equals more profit. The neurological trap happens when early success floods your system with confidence chemicals that impair judgment. Making your daily target quickly feels like validation that you've figured something out about the market. Your brain interprets this as evidence that today is special, that your edge is sharper than usual, that the normal rules don't apply. You start taking trades you would normally skip because you're trading with house money and feeling invincible. Professional prop traders treat daily targets like circuit breakers, not scorecards to beat. They understand that the market gives you a certain amount of edge per day, and trying to extract more usually results in giving back what you already captured. They'd rather make their target and preserve it than risk it chasing additional profits. Their goal shifts from maximizing daily returns to maximizing the number of profitable days. The psychological discipline required to stop at your target when you're running hot separates funded traders from challenge repeaters. Every successful prop trader has learned that the market will always offer you one more seemingly great setup right after you should stop trading. Learning to walk away from that setup, even when it looks perfect, requires killing the part of your ego that needs to maximize every opportunity. Once you master daily target discipline, you face an even more dangerous form of greed that destroys prop accounts: the drawdown recovery. Greed becomes most dangerous when you're down money and desperate to get back to break-even. You wake up red for the week, and suddenly every setup looks like your chance to recover quickly instead of slowly grinding back to profitability. The psychological pressure to erase losses fast makes you abandon the conservative approach that would actually get you funded. Recovery greed transforms risk management from protection into obstacle. Prop firm rules exist specifically to protect you from recovery greed, yet most traders view them as constraints preventing them from making back their losses efficiently. You're down near your daily loss limit and see a breakout that could bring you back to green. The rules say stop trading, yet your brain calculates that one good trade could save your day. You convince yourself that taking the trade shows confidence in your system when you're actually showing addiction to outcome. The psychological mechanism works by making current losses feel more painful than potential future losses. Being down money creates emotional urgency that overrides logical thinking. Your brain tricks you into believing that taking bigger risks when you're already down somehow becomes more conservative because you need the money back. This inverted logic causes traders to increase position size exactly when they should decrease it. Recovery obsession also manifests in overtrading when you're having a bad month or approaching your maximum drawdown. Instead of taking fewer, higher quality setups to preserve capital, you start forcing trades to generate the profits needed to get back to safety. You trade lower time frame noise, chase breakouts, and ignore your setup criteria because you need action rather than patience. Your rules become suggestions when you're losing money. The cruel irony shows up when trying to recover from small losses creates the large losses that actually kill your account. The careful risk management that would slowly bring you back to profitability feels too slow when you're emotionally charged about being down money. You'd rather risk account termination trying to recover quickly than accept the boring process of grinding back over time. Understanding recovery greed prepares you for the most subtle psychological trap that destroys more prop accounts than any other mental error. The performance pressure. The deadliest greed in prop trading doesn't want more money per trade. It wants consistent performance that proves you belong in funded trading. This psychological trap makes you force trades when your natural rhythm says wait, overtrade when your system says pause, and chase setups when your intuition says stop. Performance pressure greed transforms trading from flowing with markets into fighting them for validation. Performance obsession shows up strongest during evaluation periods when you feel pressure to demonstrate your edge consistently. You know the evaluators are watching your statistics, so you start trading to impress rather than trading to profit. Every day becomes a performance review instead of just another day managing risk and taking what the market offers. You trade for metrics rather than money. The psychological hook comes from treating funded trading like a job interview that never ends. You believe consistent daily profits prove your skill, so you force trades on slow days rather than accepting that some days offer nothing worth taking. This pressure makes you ignore your system's natural ebb and flow, turning patient setup selection into frantic opportunity creation. You optimize for consistency instead of profitability. Challenge culture amplifies this pressure by making you feel like you need to prove yourself worthy of funding every single day. You start comparing your performance to other traders' highlight reels, wondering if your edge is strong enough, if your profits are big enough, if your consistency is good enough. This external validation seeking makes you abandon the internal metrics that actually create long-term success. The mathematical reality shows that trying to force consistent performance usually creates inconsistent performance. Natural trading rhythm includes days with no good setups, weeks where your edge doesn't appear, and months where patience pays more than action. Prop traders who accept this natural flow tend to stay funded longer than those who try to manufacture daily profits through willpower alone. Professional prop traders optimize for longevity rather than daily performance metrics. They understand that funded trading rewards boring consistency more than exciting profits. They'd rather have mediocre days that follow their rules than great days that break them, because rule following compounds while rule breaking eventually explodes. This requires killing your ego's need to prove your skill daily and replacing it with discipline to execute your system, whether anyone is watching or not.